Hello there. Right, what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to remove all of these front panels back off the car again, now that I know everything more or less lines up where I want it. And I'm going to just size up the scuttle panel, because when the scuttle panel's out of the way, I can also look at doing the dashboard. Dashboard? What do you want to call it? Bulkhead. So yeah, just bear with me while I get these bits out of the way. I'm sure you're aware, if you've played with them any, getting the bonnet off, especially on a Clubman, is a tricky job. It's not so bad on a round nose, they're not so heavy. It's a big heavy lump on a Clubman, but it's just a case of popping those four off, winding all the nuts out the way and everything, pop one side, pop the other side, and out it comes, but it's just a bit fiddly. So I'll get that off and out the way. I'll get the wings out the way, and I've got to get the washer jets and the rest of the wiper mechanism out of the way, and then I'll probably be taking the window rubber out. I don't know if I'll take the window out yet, but if the seam strip is out of the way, I can at least lip the new scuttle underneath the rubber. It's not a job I'm looking forward to, but you know, it's one of them things that it will bug me it not being done, so I'm gonna done it. Okay, so I'll flick you onto the time lapse.
Did what I had to do, and this is enough for me. Never meant to be a winner, never meant to be a quitter, but this is how it was satisfaction. Chip thrills, chip tricks. Woo! It seems like the way to live. Who said I should be a big shot? Who said I should take it, tick tock? I gotta rest.
I'm going to say it now, in case you see me later not doing it. Safety first, protect your ears, protect your eyes. If you're doing a lot of dusty work, wear a face mask. Right, don't know if you saw in there, but I've got, grab it out here. The Heritage scuttle panel. As ever, my hope was that they would sit together and you'd be able to overlap, get this one sitting in that gutter and it would all line up nicely, and yeah, that's not happening. I could make some marks and I could make some cuts, but it's not really going to be of any use. So ideally I need to get the screen out, or I need to get some of the metal that's in the way out of the way. So I'm going to start by taking off large chunks of the old scuttle. I might well leave bits of this lip here, we'll see. But I think the key is, with any bodywork, to if you've never done it before as well, and I have done a scuttle, I've done it on a couple of cars, I'm not overly worried about doing it, but if you've never attempted it before, it's very hard to put metal back once you've cut it off. So cut off not enough and work your way up to where you need, bit by bit, is the real key to this. So yeah, I'll take the screen out. Hopefully it won't crack. I haven't cracked one yet, but you know, there's always a chance. By the way, glass only breaks when you're afraid of it. Don't be afraid. And if it still cracks, well then throw your middle finger up at it and call it a nasty name. So I'll get the glass out and I'm going to start marking up where I'm going to cut this panel from. I actually realised slightly after pressing go on the time lapse that if the weather turned, I was going to be in a bit of a pickle with moisture getting in the car and having no way to really cover it over, because my cover's not so waterproof now with a hole in it. So I went with a different approach, which you are now looking at. I'm cutting off the corners, I'm going to cut the front of the scuttle off, and I'm going to try and slide the panel underneath. Always nice to get your money's worth out of your angle cutter disc, isn't it? Don't really think I can do much more with that, so you know, I'll treat it to a new disc now. Money well spent. But onwards to what I've done with it. And the misshapen, ugly Scuttle is largely removed. Now, I've left the underpieces in. I did replace them when I did the Scuttle as well, but I'll be honest, I'm not keen to do those again if they're not rotten. I will do if I have to, but if I can get away with it, I won't. Same over this side. I mean, there's a tiny bit of surface rust creeping in here, but I'll kill it all while I've got the opportunity. But it's what I said about cutting out the bulkhead box. I mean, how much more access do you get here now that the Scuttle's out of the way? Kind of wish I'd done that when I put the bulkhead box in, but spend 5 minutes scrimping on pennies, spend many hours then trying to make it do what you wanted to do. You live and learn. I'm looking at this front bit of bulkhead here. I think I'm going to cut the whole box out, down round, down low. I know I welded this up back in April to try and make it look a bit better. It don't look better, so I'm going to lose it. I'm not happy with how this all looks, and I don't need a weather box. I call it a weather box. Don't need a bulkhead box. Just don't need it. So I'm going to go. I'm going to leave this bulge here for the wiper motor to get onto. Is it one of that one and can't remember that one and that one. I think I can't remember for the wiper motor, but yeah, you require 2 for the wiper motor, and I will check. But the plan is to come straight up here, go along, up, lose that hole there, and go a little bit higher, but straight along, and then down just here. I might even go a little bit further, come along to here, and then just do a flat panel and keep the join nice and high. But I want to do that without taking the rest of the stuff out. So I want to mark up everything. I've got to buy some metal. I don't think I'm going to get an awful lot more done today, but yeah, quite happy with that. Now is the ideal opportune moment to take the hinges back off, because I mean, access right now, yeah, that's kind of what you want. And when it comes to it, I might end up spotting a nut on there. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, access is an absolute pain in the butt. So I'll take them off, get them out of the way. They are nice and showy. These are nice Retrosport DSM ones, DSM Classics, whatever you want to call them. Retrosport. Lovely piece of kit. And I'm just using them because I can only find one of my original club and brackets, whereas the second one's gone walkies. No idea where it is. It'll be sitting and I'll find it when I'm finished in that massive pile of racking somewhere, but I've pulled them all out. Anything that looked logical, I've pulled it out, and I can't find it. So to get a pair is a lot of money anyway. They weren't going that cheap. These, to be honest, I think they're cheaper than Mini Spares genuine ones, and they look nice. So yeah, that's what we're up to. I'm now going to stop and have a good stare and a good think, and maybe mark up some bits and measure some bits, and then we'll see where the rest of the day takes me. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that so far. This might end up being a video that spans a couple of days for me to get things done, but yeah, we'll see where this ends up. So yeah, see you on the next bit. Evening all. Many hours have elapsed since I was last out here doing stuff, and I'm just doing that frantic little bit of tidying up whilst trying to desperately get to where I needed to be by the end of today. So yeah, let's spin this around. So as you can see, well, down there, I cut off the old Scuttle. There's the 2 corners. Larger parts of it are still there, but you can now slide the new one up into where it's got to be. Only roughly. I'm going to take the windscreen out to do it properly, but just this now, I didn't have time to do that. I've got to kind of make up some proper dust covers for inside so the seats don't get ruined. But this is a Heritage panel now sitting on the front there, and it's resting more or less where it would do, a little higher, but not much higher than it would normally do. So I'm going to flick this onto time lapse quickly, and I'm going to just build the front back up so I can put the cover back on the car, because I don't fancy leaving the cover on when you've got these sharp edges, and I've still got to find somewhere to put all of these panels, so I may as well put them back on the car. So yeah, I'm going to time lapse it up and you can watch me build that. Hopefully you'll be able to see it, because it's dark now, unfortunately. And yeah, that's as far as I'm going to get today.
Feeling so good in me, I know it, but I'm misunderstood. Feeling like that, well, they say it's a lie, but I gotta tell ya, gotta live and die. I gotta rest, I don't know I could, nothing to reach, and I don't feel like I should. Feeling like that, well.
Right, that's all back together. I just wanted to show you before I put the cover over and go to bed, 'cause in case you can't notice, I'm knackered. How much better the wings now fit the Heritage Scuttle. So you can tell these are made to work together. I mean, look at that. It's, you know, you look from the top, there is still a gap, but I mean, compared to what it was, and bear in mind this isn't quite in the right place either. It kind of makes me want to do some Heritage A panels, because that one, I mean, my panel gap there is monumental. And okay, hold the wing over in place, and let's see, a lovely fit there. Not quite so good down the A panel side of things. So the A panel gaps were to the door were awful before, but again, non-genuine parts. So I might grab some genuine A panels and really do the job properly, which then would mean possibly I might be able to have make my A panels, I'll reinforce them down here, but have my bolt-on points on the A post. So the whole front comes off that way, but means you haven't got to cut an arch, I guess. But I'll be honest, it's much more convenient to try and find somewhere to put the panel separating at this point than it is to try not to rest that bit on the ground. That's what I'm kind of getting at. So I'll probably end up with making up like a wooden hobby horse. Got plenty of wood laying around, something that I can rest the front on. But yeah, that's it. That's the Heritage Scuttle on the Heritage wings with the Heritage bonnet. God, that's some money sitting there. I was hoping not to spend it, but hey, here's what it is. Right, I'm gonna call that the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following my journey. If you're enjoying this, please like the content and subscribe. Feel free to comment with ideas, criticism, banter, outright abuse. You know, I'm quite happy to take it. I don't take anything to heart like that. You can throw abuse at me, and I just don't care. So. But yeah, ideas and things like that, yeah, I'm willing to take on board. I don't know quite what I'm going to do with the beastified subframe down there, but you know, if I cut it into small pieces, that'll be satisfying. I'll enjoy that. Right, good night, and I'll see you on the next one.